Where are our temporary shelters? That's what former residents of an informal settlement in Cape Town are asking. In December last year, a fire blazed through Masiphumelele, leaving over 1,000 residents without housing. Now, residents are in a dispute with the City of Cape Town and the Department of Human Settlements. They were promised temporary shelter, but they are yet to receive any of it. eNCA's Ronald Masinda joins us now for more on this story. Good afternoon, Ronald. Many residents still without homes, but are complaining that the city did not engage with them about where they plan to erect these new informal structures.
English football, English everything.
Yes, indeed, Pratan. While the Masiphumelele residents are still up in arms, many of them are saying that where these informal structures have been erected is on a football pitch. It is used as a recreational facility where many teenagers use it to get out of the social ills that have affected many people's lives. I'm going to ask my colleague, Crescendo Low, just to quickly pan across to our far left. We are seeing in the background quite a heavy security presence, as well as on the far end, there are the structures that have been built. We are expecting around 600 of those temporary structures to be built on this football stadium. But many people are saying that in as much as they've been allocated 600 structures, only about 400 of these structures will be built here and put in place here, meaning that around 200 people will still be left without any structures. I'm going to ask my colleague to come back to me so that we can get more people to shed light into this matter. I'm going to start off with Mr. Aubrey Patala. He is part of the football administration here to tell us more. Mr. Patala, thank you so much for your time. For starters, we've heard from the City of Cape Town, and they say that they've been given permission by residents here in this community to put these structures. Tell us more. I'll keep the mic, sir. I'll keep the mic.
Okay. Firstly, I'll say whatever they say, these are the lies. Because we as a football people, I'll say as the sport people, were not involved in any meeting that they had before. We just heard the rumors, and then when we heard the rumors, we emailed Mr. City Purchase as our secretary did it. And then she said she's going to forward the email to Lindo Sul. That was the 28th of December, that was last year, when we heard the rumors. From then, we were waiting for a response till today. We didn't get no response. And then through spec, we just find the people, they starting to put the sharks in the sports field. So we spoke to Livonia, the lady that was deployed by the city to look after the project. I spoke to her, and then they dropped all the structures that are already put in places. They moved out of the field, and then they called the meeting that was on a week after that on Friday. They called the meeting with the structures and the sport people of the community. In the meeting, there was no solution. There was no agreement in between us and them that they must come and put the structures on the field. And then we were still waiting for the response to them. What's going to be a way forward? It's not that we don't want the community to get a place on top of their head, but we're waiting for even today. We're still waiting for them, but they didn't come back to us.
Let's leave it there for now. Pratan, seems like this community is divided in terms of what they actually want, because what we heard from the City of Cape Town earlier on is that they spoke to several community leaders and they were given permission to put these structures on this land. And one of the biggest concerns has been, Pratan, that this is a densely populated area where there's not much land to actually look for potential places to live. I'm going to bring in another community leader. Mnumzana nabulela ixesha lakho ngasichaphazele ke ngokuba nizothini ke ngokuba uCity of Cape Town akaniki imvume ba ni move up.
Okay, I think in ebalulekileyo is for all of us to understand that the project is based on a social compact, meaning which in the project you have all the spheres of government, starting from the National Department. But then the problem we have is that the City of Cape Town doesn't want to sign the implementation protocol with the HDA. But what is important, we as the leadership, we are still committed to the project. So we are still have other spheres, that is the National Department and the provincial government, together with the HDA. So yesterday we have written an email to the City of Cape Town requesting the answers about what we see now in the sport field, because the agreement in the last meeting was that the sport field is no longer an option for two reasons. One, the sport activities have been resumed Secondly, the number of shacks that are still to be erected will not fit in the sport field. We have seen that in the precinct 1, which is at the wetlands. We had a meeting on Monday with the Director General, Mr. Changan, from the Human Settlement Department. He promised that he's going to convene a meeting on Thursday, this coming Thursday, and then we're going to get answers on Friday. Then we'll take it from there.
Thank you very much. That was Mr. Lunga Matambo. But then I'm just going to ask quickly my colleagues so that you can see in the background what's taking place. We are seeing quite a number of people trying to, fence this part of the area because a number of people who live in Masiphumelele have threatened to actually jump over the fence, and the city of Cape Town is against this. They say that this is actually hindering the process of trying to find alternative accommodation for people who have been displaced since late last year. The city of Cape Town says there's no other alternative plans in terms of allocating land for people of Masiphumelele. Across the field, Bratan, are wetlands where the city of Cape Town says it cannot be conducive to put corrugated iron structures there. So this is where the city of Cape Town says is the best place for now to put the people. The city of Cape Town going on to say that it will take up to 8 months for people to live on the sports field.
Okay, thank you very much, Ronald Masinda, the developing story there. Let's hope those people will be given accommodation.